So we all know that there's going to be a Batgirl movie coming out exclusively on HBO Max or whatever streaming service that you get HBO Max exclusive stuff. Like, where do you get Peacemaker and where do you get Justice League? Where do you get the Snyder Cut? Wherever you get those, that's where probably Batgirl will be. I thought it will come out sometime next year, but it's scheduled for sometime in 2022. My guess, Christmas, knowing one of the cast members in Flash is in this movie, which I will mention a little bit, like in 30 seconds. But halfway through last year, they announced Leslie Grace, who's from In the Heights, is going to play Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, along with J.K. Simmons as Commissioner James Gordon, as he is coming back from his role from both versions of Justice League. Brendan Fraser is going to play the villain Firefly, and the big one, of course, is Michael Keaton is going to come back as Bruce Wayne, aka Batman. I love how I'm looking at the Wikipedia thing, and they say a wealthy socialite in Gotham City who moonlights as a crime fighter. Yeah, we all know who Batman is, guys. You don't really need to explain who Batman is. I just have to put it out there to say, comedically. But as much as this cast is amazing, and the directors are they're confident directors. They have done. The last film they did was the last Bad Boys film, and they have done a couple episodes of Miss Marvel, which is upcoming Disney Plus MCU show. So there's a bit of promise with the directors, but naturally, what we are always questioning ourselves when it comes to comic book, mainly the superhero genre, is what is X character, mainly a title character, going to look like? Mostly, what is our villain and hero going to look like? And Leslie Grace posts that question on Instagram by giving us the first look of her as Batgirl in the costume. And what I will say here, people will say, nah, really? But as a Batman fanatic, once again, nah, really? Do you? Bit of a Batman fan? Just a little bit? Just a little bit, just enjoy your Batmans and Jokers and the Bat family and the Batmobiles and the Alfreds and the Gordons, and the West Gallery, Boys Ivy, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, massive fan of the Batman side of the DC universe. Yeah, is that pretty much your area of knowledge of the DC universe because of the boy who cries about Mommy and Daddy all the time? Nah, I don't think so. But anyway, when I think of Batgirl, I kind of, and definitely the Barbara Gordon Batgirl, because it's been like Stephanie Brown and a couple of Santa Cain, a couple of other characters have taken on the mantle as Batgirl. But when I think of Barbara Gordon, I kind of think of the more additional look, the more classic look, where it's pretty much a Batman costume, but there's hair going flow by, and it's a set Batman, it's a woman in the costume, so you have a female physique. That's what my brain mostly thinks of. I mostly think of the New 52 outfit, the early, very early days of the New 52. That is what my brain thinks as the Barbara Gordon costume. This costume is a straight off the page of the recent look, which I will put some comic images to give people some comparisons. But for that translation, it's pretty well off the page. Here's the thing. I do not watch Project Runway. I am not hot. I don't go fast police on things. I just say, is that costume good? Yeah, I like it. I can't wait to see it in motion. Because this is a really well done. The colors are really, the character, when it comes to this type of suit, wears those dark but light purple. This one they kind of choose to go a little bit there's still some purple here, but it's more darkened. It's a little bit more showery, you may say. She looks great in the costume, absolutely great. And the thing about it is, I'm really looking forward to this film. Mainly, once again, part of the Batman canon, and it's Barbara Gordon. And it's good to see her as Batgirl before, as a clown, maybe paralyzed her by shooting her in the spine and become cool in a wheelchair and be one of the coolest badass characters in DC. And she's just a chick in a wheelchair. Yeah, yeah, I need to stop doing the Stewie thing because I always like, goddamn, stop it. But yeah, and also you'll be curious how like the budget of it, because naturally, if it's going on HBO Max, it's not going to have the budget of like Flash is going to have, or Aquaman is going to have, or Wonder Woman has, and or Black Adam's going to have. Like, it's going to have a reasonable budget, probably like under like an 80 mil or 50 mil dollar budget. It's going to be curious what Firefly is going to look like, because the concept with Firefly is that he's a guy who loves fires. He loves fires. You know, he's an arsonist, and he wears this Firefly outfit around, and shooting fires, and he's covered with burns. He's absolutely like head to toe covered in burns, burn tissue, and all that. So it's gonna be interesting what Brendan Fraser is gonna look like as that character. As this is a really well put design off the page, and I think people who are big fans of, like, I haven't read Batgirl for years, so I don't know how the recent one has gone, but you know, if you're a fan of the Rebirth stuff, as the comic book guide to comic people, it's really well put together.